Hello, I'm Scott Todnam, and this is the Classroom Connection video of the week. Hello, here we are. I'm here with 4 8th grade students. We're going to talk about life in general and then probably a little bit about health class. I feel so bad because we've already recorded this video once and I deleted it. So we have to record all over again, and that's too bad because these 4 have such great ideas, but we're going to try and remake it for you. So pay attention, tune in, because they've got a lot of great things to share. First question, talk to us about life in general. What's it like being an 8th grader in 2019?
This year, things are a lot harder than 7th grade was in regards to like tests and homework, because last year we had like a moderate amount of stuff, but we would definitely have some days where we didn't have homework and we could just relax. This year it's more like every day you have to do something and you have to make sure you stay on top of everything. Otherwise, if you procrastinate, nothing's gonna happen. And we also have to like balance it with our extracurriculars, because a lot of us are getting into more things like that, and we have to figure out like which days work better for like doing more work and which days should be like study days.
For me, this year has been a lot about devoting more time towards my family and home life than at my school life, because the past 2 years I spent time like making new friends in this new setting, and you realize that it's not always important to have a really big group of friends. While it's important to have social reach, but it's also more important to spend time with the people you really care about, which is why this year I'm really focusing on my family life and spending more time with them, because family's forever.
Teachers are really trying to prepare us for like what's going to come next, and the teachers' lessons are like gone through in like 30 minutes, and then we just have to, we're set out on our own to do independent things. And I feel like 8th grade, not only with schoolwork, is teaching us how to like manage our lives, how to like manage our extracurriculars, how to manage our free time, and how we hang out with our friends. It's taught me a lot of time management, and it's taught me a lot how to be more responsible with like my schedule and how to balance things.
So in 7th grade, I was probably like more hyper and outgoing and always wanting to go places. But now in 8th grade, I actually like my alone time because I'm not doing homework or like going out to play soccer or something. And I just like to relax and watch Netflix more. And also my friends are probably, this is the best year like with my friends, because I'm like been with the same friends for 3 years now, and I probably like this is the strongest year that I've been with them.
Okay, next question. Talk to us about some of the social health aspects of being in 8th grade. Like from 7th to 8th, there's that development of a person, and it's more than just academics, of course, but what's going on in a social setting and a social life for a teenager in 2019?
For us, we have this thing in our school system called PA, which stands for Project Arrow, and it's like a gifted or accelerated program. And I've been in this program since 2nd grade, so what, like 7, 8 years old maybe? And because I'm in this program, I've been with the same people my whole life, my whole education. And I feel like this year is the year that we really just have been super close and super bonded. And we've gotten really close and really comfortable around each other, which not only leads to productivity, but also makes you more comfortable when you're working in a group setting. I actually enjoy what we're talking about in class. Like, I'm interested, and I don't feel like I'm forced being there.
In 6th grade, we were just kind of getting to know each other, but in 7th grade, we actually made the bond and we became really close. We were really comfortable with each other, which was really helpful, especially in ELA, because we talked about a lot of kind of hard and darker topics that really need to be discussed, but we don't really talk about them a lot. But we weren't scared that someone was going to take our words and change them or use them to hurt us.
Everyone just got to know each other, and we got to talk and make jokes with each other. Like, we have a lot of inside jokes like with our teachers based on like the topics that we do. They just help the class become more of a safe and fun place to be in. We're all learning together and we're all going through things together. We're not afraid to ask for help. We're not afraid to have our friends help us when we need something, or like lean on them when we're having trouble in class.
Going like outside of school, I feel like now in 8th grade, my parents trust me way more, and they'll let me like go to farther places with friends.
Okay, last question. Talk to us about health class. How has our lessons and our units of health, how have the life skills that we're developing, is that applicable to real life?
I think it's really nice that we don't really read things from the textbook, and it's not things like just memorization. It's actually learning through like activities or watching things or an interesting article like we had recently. And I think that's really important because anything that's memorable is going to be something that you remember, and it's going to be something that you keep in mind throughout your life. So if it's just something out of a textbook, it's not going to be memorable because it's just memorization. And memorization doesn't really mean you understand it or you can apply it to real life. So I think the fact that we're doing actual activities and things like this helps us apply what we're learning in class and helps us be a better person.
We learn a lot of things in health class that aren't like typical to like other classes. We learn a lot outside from just math, English, science, and how we learn it, like through movies and through music videos, is really like appealing to our generation now. It makes things more interesting. It's better to learn from things that we are interested in, things that like we have fun with, but we're also understanding more than like just textbooks. It makes me want to learn about these topics that usually aren't talked about. Like when you go home, your parents are like, what did you learn at school today? This isn't like stuff that we just talk about, but now we're like given a place where we can share these things, share our own experiences, but also like learn about it. So it'll help us when we're adults, when we have to deal with this stuff in real life about social health and about our mental health. It'll help us prepare us for those times in life when we'll need this.
This is probably the most creative class I've been in because we have listened to music in one class period. On the first day in the class, you get to choose where you want to sit. Sometimes when it's warm outside, you get to go outside and do like bonding, building activities with other people. And also, like in I still remember stuff from 6th grade because Mr. T like does things that makes you like remember it like in your mind when you like the toothbrush, the little time, like he had like this thing that I remember still.
Something that I really like about this room is the way it's laid out. Like usually in classrooms, it's rows of desks all facing the board, listening to a teacher give a lecture. But in here, I like it because you have two sides of the room, and then Mr. Tandem will walk through here so we can, so there's more movement involved. But also, like there's a couch in this room, we have some stools back here, we have these chairs which are way more comfortable than desk chairs. And so it creates a more comfortable environment. It makes everything a little bit more relaxed and easy to follow. And I feel like that's really important when you're learning about something, because if you're learning about something and you're uncomfortable, you're not going to want to come back and want to learn more. Another thing I like about this room is he writes on the walls around here, so we have good sayings, like positive things that just keep you in the right mindset when you're learning throughout the day.
I like it because instead of facing obviously we have to turn and face the board, but we're facing each other. We're more comfortable because we're just like, all our friends are surrounding, we can see each other, and that's kind of what I notice is that instead of just facing forward, we can see everyone in the classroom, we can talk to someone during social interaction time. It's a different setup, but it's really comfortable.
Okay, that's it for this week. I want to thank my 4 8th graders for coming back a second time and redoing the video for us. Great answers, great thoughts on life in general, and then also health class. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you later. Bye-bye. We'll have a go at it?
Strength.
Oh, do you see the takedown? It doesn't matter.
Just!
She goes, she's weird.
Can I go? Can you?
Get up, I don't want to go!
There's more.
Everything.
That's good.
And scene.
No!
Writing essays, what?
Don't, you're gonna hurt your hand.
That's down to 14?
No.
14.
Habitat.
Communism? Pretty good idea. Ignore the part I said health.
Scene.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it.
You gotta stop doing that.
And I will live longer than all the women, ever.
First comment, the gum moved.
Yeah. Make a note.
Yeah, I like that you called it pant.
Pantalone.
It's good.
Fun.
Circles.
It's me. Ventriloquism.
And yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't know.